Imagine the Washington Commanders heading into a high-stakes showdown with the Dallas Cowboys, only to find their wide receiver lineup crippled by a wave of injuries. It's the kind of scenario that could derail any team's momentum. But here's where it gets intriguing. The Commanders aren't sitting idle. They're shuffling their roster to keep the fight alive. And this is the part most people miss. These moves might just reveal the depth of their bench strength or expose vulnerabilities in their injury management strategy. Let's dive deeper into the details, breaking it down step by step for those new to NFL lingo so you can follow along easily. At the heart of the issue is the Commanders' wide receiver position, where they're dealing with significant absences. Veteran Noah Brown is sidelined on injured reserve, IR for short, meaning he's out for the rest of the season due to a serious injury, while star players Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel are also unavailable for Sunday's clash. McLaurin is battling a quadriceps strain, a thigh muscle injury that can be nagging and limit speed, and Samuel is out with a heel problem, often painful and mobility affecting, like a severe bruise or worse. This leaves the team relying heavily on their remaining options, experienced hands like Chris Moore and Luke McCaffrey, along with promising rookie Jalen Moore. To bolster this group, they've made a savvy call by promoting wide receiver Robbie Chosen from the practice squad. Think of the practice squad as a developmental farm team, players who aren't on the main roster but train with the squad, honing their skills through potential call-ups. Chosen's elevation could inject some fresh energy, especially if he brings reliable hands or speed to catch passes in crucial situations. But wait, the shakeups don't stop there. The Commanders are also promoting defensive tackle Sheldon Day from the practice squad. Day, known for his solid run-stopping ability in the trenches, adds another layer of depth to their defensive line. This move ensures they have more options to plug gaps created by potential injuries or fatigue during the game. Now, on to the activations. These are players returning from lists that kept them sidelined. Right guard Sam Cosmi is making his long-awaited 2025 debut, noting that as the 2024 season unfolds, 2025 might refer to his first appearance this year after recovery. He's come back strong from a torn ACL, a common yet serious knee injury where the anterior cruciate ligament snaps, often requiring surgery like the one he had in January. While recovering, Cosmi was on the reserve, physically unable to perform list, PUP, a designation for players rehabbing from major injuries. With him out, the Commanders leaned on Andrew Wiley and Nick Allegretti at right guard, and his return could stabilize the offensive line. Protecting the quarterback and opening lanes for the running game. For beginners, the offensive line is like the team's frontline warriors, blocking defenders so the ball carrier can advance. Imagine them as human shields in a football battle. Similarly, cornerback Jonathan Jones is back in action after sitting out the last 4 games due to a hamstring injury, a strain in the back of the thigh that can sideline players for weeks, causing pain and reduced agility. His 21-day practice window, a rule allowing injured players to return to limited practice after a certain period, opened on Wednesday, signaling his readiness. Jones, a key defensive back who tackles and intercepts passes, could shore up the secondary, helping to prevent big plays by the Cowboys' offense. These roster maneuvers highlight the Commanders' adaptability in the face of adversity. But here's where it gets controversial. Are they relying too heavily on unproven players and rookies at wide receiver, potentially sacrificing offensive firepower against a powerhouse like Dallas? Some might argue this exposes a lack of depth, while others see it as a testament to smart scouting and development. And what about the timing of Cosmi's return? Could it be rushed, risking re-injury, or is it a calculated boost for the playoffs? For instance, fans might debate if promotions like Chosen's are fair to veterans who might feel overlooked, or if they democratize opportunities in a star-driven league. This is the kind of decision that sparks debate. Does prioritizing recovery over haste pay off long-term, or should teams push boundaries more aggressively? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think these moves will turn the tide for the Commanders, or are they just temporary band-aids? Agree or disagree in the comments, and let's discuss how roster management shapes the NFL landscape.